let's talk about getting trapped up in other people's perceptions of you. So about a month and a half ago, I had some feedback that I perceived as negative and some other feedback that I perceived as positive in the same week. And it kind of created this perfect storm of allowing myself to get distracted by other people's perceptions of me. And I'm just now, a month and a half later, realizing how much I've let it affect how I show up in my life, online, and for myself. And that's actually not even completely true. I noticed it before, but I kind of have stayed stuck because it was like, I don't know, I just hit this wall of being like outside of myself. In reading this book recently, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, she talks about how when you're working to change a pattern, a thought pattern, a behavior pattern, it typically gets worse at first. And sometimes, I think we just need to hear that. We just need to hear that healing and growth is not linear. And sometimes things will get worse, and sometimes you'll get distracted, and sometimes you will intentionally sabotage yourself. And that's part of it. It's part of life. It's part of growing. It's part of healing. It's part of being a human. But that moment, where I take my eyes off what I'm doing, what the Lord has set in front of me and where I believe He's taking me, and I start to look outside of my own path and look at how other people might be perceiving my path, what other people's expectations of me are, and trying to manage that, you never win. You just never do, because you can't. You can't manage other people's perceptions and expectations. And I want to share this with you because I think it's really common for us, right? Especially this year, we're all so isolated. And so then we have so much connection online, which can be really blurry and confusing. It's not the same as living life together in person. And so I've definitely noticed this change in myself where I start to question how I show up online and how people are going to perceive it, whether or not I'm posting too much, or people are going to think, I'm obnoxious, or I think I'm some great thing, or if they're going to think, like the way that I'm talking or presenting is appropriate or attractive, or so on and so forth. And that just feels like, it just does not feel good. It feels very like frenetic and like out here. And I just want to encourage us all to bring it back in, which is why my word for November is centered. I feel a need to really bring it back home, bring it back to myself and the work that I've been doing on myself, bring it back to starting my day, centering myself around prayer and journaling and connecting with my Maker and what He's placed before me. And I want to invite you guys to do the same if that feels like something that's calling to you, just like make a menu of things that feel really centering to you, that feel really grounding to you. I think it could be a super beautiful month to practice this as we come to the end of 2020 with everything that has gone on this year, continues to go on, all of the unknowns. If we can really work to center ourselves and ground ourselves in the present moment, in what is right now, right? In our breath, in feeling our feet on the ground, writing with that pen or pencil to paper, taking time to listen to a song and close your eyes, take a bite of food and really taste it. So I'm going to be making a menu. I'd love to hear if it's something you want to join me on. And let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you. And I will see you soon.